You know those dark psychological thrillers where the detective pieces together like a chilling profile of a suspect?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. Well, today our deep dive is tracking digital footprints that are entirely real. We are looking at a forensic behavioral risk assessment for a multi-jurisdictional recidivist named Nicholas N.Siren. State ID 0575347. So, okay, let's unpack this because understanding how this kind of risk matrix operates is vital for modern safety.
It really is, because when evaluating an individual with a criminal trajectory spanning 3 decades, you aren't just looking at isolated incidents on a rap sheet.
Right.
You're analyzing a deeply ingrained, completely evolving pattern of behavior.
And we have to start at the historical baseline to understand the psychological foundation of the threats he's making today. I mean, back in the late 90s, his record starts with forgery, theft, and an attempted impersonation of a public officer.
Which is a huge marker.
Yeah.
Because by August 2002, at 23 years old, he escalates to the sexual assault of a child.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and that mandates a lifetime status as a registered sex offender, which, eventually leads to multiple weapons offenses, culminating in a 2011 arrest where police found a loaded 9mm handgun right under his car seat.
Wait, so it's kind of like a boiling pot, right? I mean, the early crimes were the simmer, but weapons charges are the boiling point.
That's a great analogy.
But forgery and impersonating an officer, those sound like quirkier, almost white-collar crimes. How do we jump from a guy pretending to be a cop in the 90s to a guy hiding a loaded 9mm under his seat?
Well, if we connect this to the bigger picture, it's all about dominance. Think of his behavior as a psychological feedback loop.
Okay, I'm with you.
The early forgery and impersonation charges were him testing the boundaries of authority. Both impersonating law enforcement and illegally carrying firearms stem from a deep-seated need for illicit control.
Ah, I see.
So when the analog world pushed back on him, he had to escalate his methods, eventually acquiring that 9mm just to achieve that same feeling of power over others.
And that need for control didn't disappear. It just found a more efficient medium. He didn't need to impersonate an officer on the street anymore. He could project that same authority globally through YouTube.
Exactly. This leads directly to the digital threat.
I don't take kindly to predators threatening me. You literally want to be black so bad you got a black mask on your face, motherfucker. You're in the same bedroom. Your teardrop tattoo still showed. I have your license plate, card number. Why you keep grabbing on your fucking dick, yo? I'm not fucking with you, man. You think that this is a game? You think it's all a game? Keep grabbing that burning ass motherfucker, you sick fuck. Motherfucker, you dumb as hell. Got your goddamn fingerprints on this motherfucker, you dumbass idiot. What the fuck is wrong with you? Nicholas N.Siren, sitting here, peeping out the windows of his car, look at how you looking at, what the fuck are you doing? Oh, there go your fingerprint, you stupid as fuck, bitch.
He's wearing a white hoodie and a black mask drawn tight around his face, basically using tactical concealment to project a predatory persona. And he threatens specific targets by name: Jelly, Eric Jackson, and Ben.
That's terrifying.
It gets worse. What's really fascinating here is the forensic audio analysis. At exactly the 25-second mark, you hear a distinct metallic clack.
Which is him racking the slide of a handgun on camera.
Yes, an overt act of lethal intent from convicted felon. Furthermore, in that same video, he admits to stalking and filming children at a Sylvan Beach carnival.
Just to prove he can.
Right, to prove how close he can get to the families of his targets.
Okay, so here's where it gets really interesting. Because if you're a parent listening to this and you hear someone is filming kids at a local carnival, your first thought is probably, call the local police.
Naturally.
Right. If a known felon and registered sex offender is blatantly violating local LaPorte child safety zones, which restrict offenders from parks and schools, why is it so complex to just go arrest him?
Because the digital nature of this threat means your local police department is just the first domino in a massive federal web.
Oh, okay.
Local police in Pasadena and LaPorte handle the physical safety zone violations. But that video triggers alarms across multiple agencies simultaneously. The Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, and Explosives steps in because he's a felon in possession of a firearm.
And the FBI gets involved for this cyberstalking crossing state lines.
Exactly. And because he admits to filming minors, it flags the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children, or NCMEC, through their cyber tip line.
That's a huge web.
It is. And this multi-agency response is actually bolstered by the new Report Act of 2024. Before this law, a platform like YouTube might just delete his video for violating terms of service.
Which effectively destroyed the evidence.
Precisely. Now, the law forces platforms to retain that data and hand it directly to law enforcement, turning a deleted video into an actionable federal warrant.
So what does this all mean? It means the system is a massive overlapping web, but it absolutely relies on public vigilance. Citizens and digital platforms have to recognize and report these violations to trigger that net.
They do, because behavioral escalation leaves a trail. Recognizing those markers, the shift from impersonation to firearms, from local loitering to masked digital threats, it allows law enforcement to intervene before a tragedy occurs.
We started by comparing this to a psychological thriller, but the stakes here are real life.
Very real.
And it leaves you with a chilling question to mull over. As predators and law enforcement both gain access to these incredibly powerful digital tools, are we entering an era where our online breadcrumbs are the only thing keeping us safe from those hiding in plain sight?